ain't even go sugarcoat it for y'all. I'm tired AF. But I got only 30 minutes before the Survivor finale, so I figure I might as well be productive with my time instead of taking a nap. I record a little rant for y'all on You Season 5. When it comes to You, the TV series, I was already done with this shit after Season 4. That season was so garbage, the characters there had no life whatsoever. That whole split personality shit Joe had with Reese or whatever that dude name was, that shit was also garbage and amounted to literally nothing. It's not even referenced really like that in Season 5. I guess you could say he accepted who he was at the end of Season 4, so the Reese character was symbolic in that way. But who really cares? He spent 3.5 seasons killing niggas before this man was even introduced anyway. The boy was already accepting of who he was without ever saying it. But I'll be honest with y'all, I did not think it could get much worse than Season 4. And I would argue Season 4 is still worse than Season 5, but not by that much. The fall from grace of this show needs to be studied. I know y'all remember Seasons 1 through 3. That shit was lit. Specifically Seasons 1 and 2. 3 was kind of It felt like they were just doing shit to do shit in Season 3, especially with some of Love's actions in Season 3 in my opinion. And then Joe trying to beat the allegations of being a killer. Like, bro, we know who you are, bro. But oh my gosh, bro. Season 5 is almost unbearable. I'm gonna get into all my feelings on why I feel this way. So if you like anything I gotta say all in this video, and if you love the series y'all already know what y'all gotta do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things. Before I get into absolutely slandering the season, I gotta give this man Penn Badgley his flowers. I wasn't the biggest fan of his character in Season 4, but in this season, he's giving it his all. Obviously, the walls are closing in on him, especially after the stunt that Bronte and her friends pulled. He gotta do a lot of damage control to recover his image that he wouldn't have even had if he didn't put himself out there by getting with Kate to begin with. And I'm just not understanding why he was okay with this. Not only because of the enormous rap sheet bro has, longer than Marvin from Power. This man is coming back to his roots. He's coming back to New York City in this season, and he's in the limelight. You coming back to the city where shit got started, you got the audacity to put your face out there? And it pissed me off even more because that's the reason why bro got caught, but I'm giving him praise. Penn Badgley, not Joe. Joe was trash. But Penn did his big one with his performances throughout this season. I especially love seeing bro crash out towards the end when Henry told him that he was a monster. He out here screaming to Bronte, why does nobody love me? Bro, cause you're a demon. Quite literally, no exaggeration. Unfortunately, his acting is dead ass the only thing I liked about this season. Everything else was trash. And let's just start with the Lockwood family since I found this family tree online. I wasn't even looking for this. I just got caught up in finding content for this video and stumbled upon this tree. Now, if I'm gonna be honest about these Lockwoods as a whole, they're just a trashy family. Like, I feel like things become more and more and more trashy as the seasons of You progress. They are rich and privileged assholes, and they show that on an episode-to-episode basis. Except my brother Teddy. He really the best one of this family, arguably the best character in this season. My boy unproblematic, stay out the way. He's just trying to help his family out until he can't no more. Until they gotta deal with they shit on their own. He not trying to get caught up in none of this shit. He not trying to end up on Joe's rap sheet. I feel him. But everybody else is garbage. The twin sisters, bro, like, oh my god, it's so annoying. Like, I really don't know who's worse. I would say Reagan is worse. Maddie is trash too. Like, just hearing her talk, hearing both of them talk is like, ugh. The whole plot with them switching identity and Maddie ended up killing her sister, then try to play the role as her, that shit is wild. But it's not wild enough for me to care. I did not care about that storyline. Like, don't get me wrong, I was very happy when Joe got caught up in his BS because, bro, how do you pick up the wrong twin? But yeah, it just didn't move me for real. But shout out to Maddie for burning down his bookshop though. That shit got way too much bad vibes within it. If it's one thing I was glad to see get up off the board this season outside of Joe, it was that damn bookstore. The mentor, Buffalo Bob Kane, ain't even really worth talking about. Joe gets him up out the way in like 2.5. Reagan's husband's just there up until he finds out that Maddie's actually been playing Reagan this whole time, takes a fall for her. Already know Joe took out Tom last season. We don't care. I don't care about this family. And I especially don't care about Joe and Kate's relationship. Joe, I'm not gonna lie, you really just forcing these relationships. I don't even remember how you and Kate got acquainted, but you really just be falling in love with anything with legs. I capped though, because my Black Queen Marianne definitely was after love. That was a good John, Joe. You kind of knew what you was doing with that one. I'm glad she lived to see the end of this series because she ain't deserved none of the smoke that Joe gave to a lot of the women in this series. But Kate, bro, oh my gosh, such a trash and irrelevant character. Her story this season is her trying to redeem herself from marrying Joe's crazy ass. Also struggling with the guilt of what she did to them kids back in the day with that little program she had. She hold a couple kids back in the day. That's really all I know about that situation. She does a good job redeeming herself throughout the season, I guess. But honestly, the way she survived, I really don't understand. Like, the plot armor on this lady is crazy. I personally think it would have been great karma for her to have been taken out in that fire at the shop just because of how she did them damn kids. Like, she would have gotten Joe's victims justice from the recording she got. But yeah, you could have really offed Kate and I would not have cared less. The only reason I'm glad she's still here is because of Lil Henry, which I'm so mad that they took him away from that family that was raising him after season 3. Why would y'all do that? Why do y'all feel like this would be the right environment for him to be raised in? Kate, I get it. You didn't know Joe had multiple bodies on him. You knew he had one, but you didn't know he had multiple. Okay, cool. What was wrong with the situation he was in before y'all intervened and took him back into y'all lives? Like, I get it. He's Joe's son. Okay, but Joe is a crash out. He's a bad person. And Kate, you're not really all that either. But I guess he's better in your hands than in Joe's, so I'll let it slide. You still trash, but I can't say that Henry's in better hands than he would be with his pop. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing this man Joe trapped in his own cage was really satisfying to see. That nigga deserved all the time he spent in there. He really should have died in there. But he had that big brain play hiding that key in his arm. I give him respect. He be thinking sometimes. Other times he be brain dead though. But it was cool, I guess, to see the girls from his past come back and give him this last bit of retribution. Unfortunately, they wasn't able to get back the way they would have wanted to. Like I said, my bro had the key and he was up out of there. Maddie tried to burn down the building. It did not matter. My boy got saved. Before we get into how he got saved, this lady right here, I forgot her name from season 4. My boy Joe framed her in season 4 crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably one of the best parts of season 4 for me. But I really did not care to see her come back. She really did not do much of anything being back on screen. She just threatened to kill Joe a couple times and was with Kate for a couple episodes. Just a waste of a cameo in my opinion. Marianne coming back held more weight than her. And Marianne's a more central character to the story than her, so that's understandable. But I just find it crazy of all of Joe's exes that we see in this series, including Beck, he didn't get much of love at all, if at all. Shorty was the most demented of his exes and we didn't see her at all. She's Henry's mom, but we didn't see her at all. That shit was crazy to me. You got people from season 4 pulling back up, but you ain't have love come back for a cameo. They did her character mad foul, but it is what it is. Shit, seeing the dumpster fire the series turned into, I can't even be mad at her for real. I already heard all the things I said about this season already. How trash it's been in my eyes personally. All the different things I laid out to y'all don't stack up to how bad Bronte is in my eyes. To me, Bronte is the most trash character in this season. Bro, her back and forth with being against Joe and then being with him was so cringe to watch. This is a character who was mentored and tutored by Beck back in the day, something to that degree. Before Joe did what he did to her, she was working all these years to get justice against this man. Met a group of people online to get back at this man Joe. We see her start to make risky plays, thinking into this man's bookstore. And when she gets called by him, just seeing this man Joe fawn over this girl that he literally knows from nowhere, that was literally trying to rob him. And not on one occasion, he caught her in the act 2 separate times. Not only that, he seen that she found his cage in the basement. And yet still, with every brain cell going through this man's noggin, could not put 2 and 2 together and realize she was against him. Like, this nigga really has a problem. He needs to see a therapist ASAP because there's no way you did not see that clear setup. Or so I thought it was a setup, because Shorty deadass started falling in love with bro. So much so that she ditched her friends entirely to start a new life with dude. Even after he knocked her out and handcuffed her to his bed, she was still loyal to this dude on numerous occasions where she should not have been. From the most base level, it was just so weird seeing her character fall in love with this dude that you was against from the jump. Like, the two of them fell in love at damn near the same time. The shit was very weird and felt forced as I was watching this season. Like, I get it. Her character is dealing with an identity crisis. She don't really know who she want to be. Her real name Louise. She goes by Bronte. Obviously, that's the alias she's trying to keep up to keep Joe from actually knowing who she really is. But to see her in that holding cell defend Joe when she did all this work, risked her life on numerous occasions to put this man in this position, to catch him on IG Live slipping how he did, and you go defend him like that, you was not really for Beck at all. Yo ass just wanted all the recognition to be the one to take him out, and you didn't even end up taking him out. You almost lost your life effing with this man Joe when you could have taken him out so many times before. I don't know, bro. Knowing her story and knowing she still had the audacity to F with Joe is crazy work. For this to be a character you introduced in the last season, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Talk about added insult to injury. That whole last episode with them two on the road together was so garbage. I'm talking about the first 55 minutes of that episode up until we get to after Joe's arrested. Trash. Not worth watching at all. So yeah, shout out to Bronte for being the worst part of this season in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for this quick rant. Survivor's on the TV now. I'll leave y'all thoughts on You Season 5 in the comments. What did you think of this season? What do you think of this series? Do you think it ended on a good note? What do you think they could have did better with this season? Y'all leave all y'all thoughts in the comments. I've been Jose, so I hope you've been entertained. And we go talk to him. Peace, y'all. Shout out to never having to see Bronte again.